Coach. Ben, had a bounce back game there, scoring 20 tonight. What did you see from his performance that you think can kind of help him get some things going that can carry over to Wednesday?
I think just being in attack mode. I think, and then when they brought two to the ball, making the right play. I think he had 7 assists as well. So just need him attack to be aggressive. And then, when we get stops, he got to push a little bit faster because he is one of the best guys in transition as far as getting to the basket and getting fouled. So we got to play faster when we do get stops with that unit.
Ty, throughout this historic turnaround, you've been pretty clear that your goal is to make the playoffs. I am curious, though, with you guys securing the 15th straight winning season at 42-40, just what are your emotions right now, knowing that you were able to achieve that after starting 6-21, but you still have a lot of work ahead of you to make the playoffs?
I mean, it's a great achievement, especially to be down where we're at to start, and so for all the guys just to stay the course, not give in. It was huge, and to come back from 6-21 to be, like you said, 42-40, says a lot about the heart in that locker room, about the other coaches that do a tremendous job every night, and so just stay in the course.
Ty, I wanted to ask you a little bit about Bogey, just the game that he had, but also feels like a full circle moment for him from where he started in preseason, gets injured 2 minutes into his first preseason game, and then the year that he's had, and kind of the fourth quarter run that he had, getting his name chanted. Just what was it like for you to just kind of sit there and kind of watch him do what he usually used to do and then get rewarded from it by the fans?
No, it was great, and very happy for Bogey. He puts the work in every single day. Him and Cookie, every day he's in the gym, and to get the opportunity to show out the way he did, it was beautiful to see the fans show him the kind of appreciation that he deserves, and just happy that Bogey came out and played great.
And then obviously you're going to see this team again on Wednesday. How do you kind of go about preparing for them so quickly after you just saw them and getting ready for what is a do-or-die game?
Nothing. Just take tomorrow off, come back Tuesday, work on the things that we need to clean up, defensively, work on the things that we can do better offensively, and then get ready for Wednesday.
Coach, when you see this team on the floor with Steph, obviously he opens up a lot for them offensively. But when he's off the floor, does your guys' mindset change as far as how you guys defend between you and Van Gundy, what you want to see from your guys when Steph is not on the floor come Wednesday?
I mean, our mentality can't change. We got to still be physical, still have the defensive mindset no matter who's on the floor because the way they run their actions with such great pace, Steve make sure those guys execute, So if you're not locked in, if you're not understanding the game plan, the pace they play at, they can embarrass you if you're not locked in. And so tonight, I thought we did a really good job of taking away their back cuts and slips to the basket, which allowed us to win the game tonight.
As an aside about Ben, he finished, I believe, a rebound and 2 assists shy of a triple-double. Was anyone on the bench kind of giving him updates on where he was stat-wise?
I didn't even know. I didn't even know. Sorry.
Oh, I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I didn't even see it. But just playing the game the right way and things to open up, and him being aggressive, I thought opened up his passing ability. To get downhill, make the right play, and so had a good conversation with him in Portland. About being aggressive, attacking, and then when you get into the paint, making the right play. And I thought he did that tonight.
Do you feel like you turned a corner tonight because he had been struggling for a little while?
I hope so. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then, Coach, another thing, too, this is obviously turned into a play-in preview for you tonight, but one thing your team did a really good job of was that perimeter defense, held them to just 11 threes for a team that makes nearly 16 a game. What did you kind of see from them, and what do you hope to get out of them again Wednesday night?
Just the same thing, locking in defensively, understanding, the guys that we don't want shooting the ball, and so with them, you got to get closer. You can't give them space because if you give them space, the way they run and slip out, it just causes a lot of confusion. So you got to be physical, you got to be on their body, and you can't make mistakes because they'll make you pay.
So John had a slow night Friday. Just the fact that he made his first 5 and played as well as he did on both ends through 3 quarters. What do you feel like enabled him to get going, and how do you see that translating to the role that you have for him this upcoming week?
Yeah, I think, getting a few offensive rebounds and putbacks. I think his ability to post up and score on the block. But I just thought his energy. I just thought it was all controlled by his energy. Offensive rebounds first, putbacks, running the floor, getting to his spots offensively. And so, we're going to need JC. And he was a big part of what we did to turn it around from being 6-21 to where we're at today.
And then just the fact that Kawhi wasn't able to play, but still here, still participating. What was his presence like on the bench, even for this game?
I mean, it's great. Just coming out, supporting the guys, talking to guys. Just if they make a mistake or what they can do better, and just being engaged. Just having our best player around for the support. It's huge for these young guys.
Thank you.
Yep.